Welcome to another video for the Winter 2018 Beauty Pro Box series. Today, we're going to look at the awesome products that we got from Alberta's very own Mint Lashes. Let's get started. Hey Hive! Mint Lashes was one of our featured vendors in our Winter 2018 Beauty Pro Box. Let's talk about what you got. Let's start with this super cute thank you card with a reorder discount code for 10% off your next order. Thank you so much, Mint Lashes. So we've also got a 5 milliliter bottle of their Pro Elite adhesive. It's got a 1 to 2 second dry time and can be used for both classic and volume, which is great. I personally don't like to have a billion adhesives on hand at the same time, so if I can find one that is good for everything, then I'm a happy camper. This particular adhesive is best used between 18 to 23 degrees Celsius at a relative humidity of 40 to 65%. It says that you can store it in the bag that it came with, but I like to store my adhesives in an airtight jar with anti-moisture packets. It also says for best results to refresh your drop every 15 minutes and use it within 3 months of opening. If you have not opened it yet, however, you can store it in the freezer until you're ready to use it. Once you've opened it though, don't put it back in the freezer. Make sure to shake well before dispensing each drop and make sure you burp your bottle and wipe your nozzle before replacing the cap. So you'll want to get to know any adhesive you use. Many times I find that people are really quick to blame their adhesive when some small tweaks in their technique can fix a lot of problems. For example, if you've been using the same adhesive for a while and it's been giving you good results, and then one day it seems to be a little bit slower and your fans are closing up, just try picking up a little bit less adhesive and see if that works for you. This also works the other way around. If your lashes seem to be popping off while you're brushing through, then you might just need to pick up a touch more adhesive to give you a second or two more playtime to get a solid bond with a natural lash. Try it. I haven't looked at my hygrometer in years. I just kind of watch what my adhesive is doing and see how it's behaving that day, and then I adjust how I use it. Next, we have this handy dandy magnetic case, but that's not all. It has 3 pairs of tweezers in it. These are the Mint Lashes Signature Pro Tweezers. They're white coated with gold tips with a unique sleek shape that sits nicely on the contours of your hand and look beautiful with the magnetic case and Mint's clean branding. I personally hand tested each and every pair of tweezers before including them in your Beauty Pro box. But each pair of tweezers has its own unique bite point or sweet spot, so it's a great idea to play with them and get to know them before actually using them on a client where there's the added pressure of time limitations. Another factor that comes into play is your hand pressure. Some tweezers like a heavier hand pressure and some don't. A pair of tweezers that works perfectly for me every time might not work for someone else. So much of it is personal preference and what technique you're using as well. The wand chooses the wizard, Harry. First, we have this pair of curved tweezers. It can be used as a volume tweezer as well as an isolation tweezer, or even for a classic tweezer. Really, it's your choice what you want to do with it, but personally, I'd use it as a volume tweezer. Let's see how it fares with picking up volume fans. As you can see, my bite point is a couple of millimeters in from the tips. They are pretty consistent. Let's try them with different fanning techniques. I prefer to fan on strip, but whatever you like is fine. Another thing that might affect your pickup is your lashes themselves. Some brands that I have used are a bit inconsistent, like there are 1 or 2 sprinkled in that are slightly thinner than the rest, so the tweezers tend to not pick those up when fanning. Keep in mind I'm using 0.07 diameter for this testing, so I would never use more than a 4D on any client in this diameter. However, when I'm testing tweezers, I like to see what the max out point is. The second pair of tweezers are these fine point 45 degree angle pair. These can also be used for volume, isolation, or classic. Let's see how they do for volume. I find that with shorter tipped tweezers, the sweet spot is also smaller, so they're great for picking up a narrower fan. I love shorter, finer tipped tweezers for getting those pesky inner corners and for checking your work for stickies. If you can't find your bite point right away, play with your hand pressure. Close the tweezers lighter or harder and see what that does for you. The bite point of these particular tweezers is closer to the tip, about 2 millimeters in. The third pair of tweezers are a straight tweezer. Typically, they can be used for classic or for isolation, but just for fun, let's see if we can use them for volume. So there you have it. It can be used for volume if you really wanted to. I personally don't like using straight tweezers for volume, but it's good to know that you can in a pinch if you really wanted to. Now I want to show you something about the case itself. They're impossible to disinfect properly, so you'll want to protect them from getting contaminated in the first place. To do this, I use barrier film to line the inside whenever I use them. To do this, take a small piece of barrier film and stick it sticky side down to the inside of your case, covering all the surfaces. Then I take a second piece and cover the bottom. Then you can put your clean tweezers in and you're good to go. Then you travel to the place with your clean tweezers on the clean lining. Then you use your tweezers when you're there, and then you put your contaminated tweezers back on the lining. Now you're contaminating the lining. And then when you get home, you just take your tweezers out, clean and disinfect them like you normally would, and toss the barrier film lining. I do this each and every time I use the case so it stays clean and it doesn't cross-contaminate my clean tweezers the next time I use it. And these nubs, they were also very hard to completely disinfect, so I just don't even use them. I only will ever use them when I know that I'm disinfecting my tweezers again before I use them. So essentially I only use them on dirty tweezers. A lot of people don't think about these little things that can contaminate your clean tweezers, but now you are aware, so you can take the measures to keep yourself and your clients safe from cross-contamination. They will absolutely love you for it. Okay, there you have it. The awesome products that we got from Mint Lashes. Give it a go, and if you love them, please hit them up to reorder. If you're just joining us, we just showed you how to best use these products that we got from Mint Lashes that was included in your Winter 2018 Beauty Pro box. If you missed out on the Winter 2018 box, the next one will be the Spring 2019 box. You can get more information from our website at www.thebeautyprobox.com. Make sure you sign up for the email so that you can get notified as soon as the spring box is available to order. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys real soon. Until next time, please remember that we can all be the change that we want to see in the lash world and beyond. I will see you guys later.